Greetings from MIT OpenCourseWare Centric, Wiki, World, University, and School, and the WUAS Weekly Business Meeting, WUAS News and Question and Answer on Monday, July 28th, 2025 at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Greetings also from the UC Berkeley Cal campus. I'm standing up right now and in front of the UC Berkeley Campanile. Behind me is the music school and the Hertz Hall Auditorium. And I'm spinning around. There's some prospective possible students maybe behind me. And this is the anthropology building and art practice building behind me. Also, I've given 5 talks in the UC anthropology department in the tourism studies working group from 2012 to 2020, all about physical digital Harbin Hot Springs, my ethnographic field site in Northern California. And as we wait to see if people will join this WUAS news and question and answer, I'd like to share a little news with you. So greetings from MIT OCW centric, ocw.mit.edu wiki, grow with Google WUAS, World, University, and School from this UC Berkeley campus, which is a remarkable site for free and independent speech as well. MIT OCW-centric Wiki World University and School is planning to hold a weekly business meeting now in lieu of monthly WS monthly business meeting, loosely conducted in the manner of Quakers on Mondays at 10 a.m. And this is it. As a friendly, unprogrammed Quaker, non-theist friend, non-theist Quaker leading or calling to create free universal education for free to students MIT OCW-centric World University and School WUAS degrees in all 200 countries and in their main languages, and free wiki schools for people-to-people wiki teaching and wiki learning in all 7,159 known living languages. WUS weekly business meeting is partly what's guiding this whole process. So World University and School is growing. It's free and growing with Grow with Google WUS for free to students online WUS degrees, a bachelor, PhD, law, MD, IB high school, or similar AAAS and master's degrees, first in English, then in each of all 200 countries, and in their main languages. And see Peter Norvig's incredible Toolify AI WUAS article, Revolutionizing Education with Machine Learning and AI, World University in School. Both and C2, both wings of WUAS with amazing potential synergies between them. One, the 501c3 tax-exempt MIT OCW-centric World University and School wing, listing in Candid, GuideStar, affiliated with the IRS. And secondly, the for-profit general stock company WUS Corporation, academic press at WUS, information and tax ID number, at the bottom of the worlduniversityandschool.org/academicpress.html page. And as both wings of WUS grow, with amazing synergies between them, and in seeking to code for most of all 7.9 billion people on the planet, from you at World University, and to both end poverty, for example, with Stanford MindPi cryptocurrency free money daily, with an invitation code to you to get Stanford MindPi free money daily cryptocurrency by mining it every 24 hours and getting 3 to 5 Picoin daily. And also for World University and School to create free universal education for speakers of all 7,159 known living languages in all 200 countries, and with free degrees from home and from the nation states wiki main subject page. Each nation state, 200 approximately in the Olympics, becoming a major WUS online research library, research university. So all the best abolitionally. WS abolition movement is growing to protect people. Check out the blog post about this from Sunday, 7/27, 2025, and friendly NTF, NTQ Quaker greetings. Scott. So agenda item 0 on the first wing of World University and School, the 501c3 or similar CC4 licensed ocw.mit.edu centric wiki World University and School wing, worlduniversityandschool.org. Agenda item 0, the recording for July 21st, last week, 7 days ago, MIT OCW centric growth, Google WUS World University and School, WS Press, both on Twitter. WS News and Question and Answer is posted. And to the active YouTube channel for World University and School, youtube.com/Scott McLeod World University. Check it out. It's also in the blog post beginning Egyptian lotus, Nymphaea lotus, from last Monday, 7/21/25. Agenda item 1. From a blog post on Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025, beginning Indian hair, Oxford University. I recently attended a fantastic Kaiser Permanente Oakland Medical Center set of medical student presentations on Tuesday, July 22nd. Thanks, Jeffrey Vallata, MD, and Elaine Liang, and the other presenters, and all for the great talks at Kaiser Permanente Oakland. And great to meet you, Jeffrey Vallata, MD. Let's talk further about Avatar Agent Electronic Health Records. That's the hashtag Avatar Agent Electronic Health Records. Potentially for all 7.9 billion people on the planet, and potentially in collaboration with Kaiser Permanente. So electronic health records, but then with avatar imaging to integrate imaging, including full body of ourselves, and maybe for genetic engineering and related. And Avatar Agent Electronic Health Records agent refers to AI and machine learning here as electronic health records develop. And since Jeffrey Vallata, MD, is a surgeon, a thoracic surgeon, a lung surgeon at Kaiser Permanente, also for a realistic virtual earth for surgery. And that would include lots AI and machine learning, potentially in a realistic virtual earth, Google Street View with Time Slider, Google Maps, and for simulations, especially anywhere in the world, for maybe surgery out of the back of Toyota ambulance vans. And regarding WUS medical schools, and this Kaiser Permanente Oakland Medical Center set of presentations on Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025, retweeted Jeffrey Vallata, MD's Twitter post about this, and with the KP Med School and the KP East Bay area, and some other, and KP NorCal, all of which World University and School is seeking to collaborate with further as we grow our med schools and our realistic virtual earth for medicine. Agenda item 2. Germline editing regarding creating a hashtag realistic virtual earth for germline editing. Added a set of tweets and LinkedIn posts about this to two World University and School wiki subjects or wiki schools, the Aging Reversal Genetics wiki school or wiki subject, and the Genetics wiki school or wiki subject. The set of tweets and LinkedIn posts go, how best to create a realistic virtual Earth for germline editing, emerging from a realistic virtual Earth, and regarding G Street View and G Time Slider and G Maps, and at the G Cell View, Google Cell View level, and G Molecule View levels too. And I asked this of Gemini AI regarding germline, and the hashtag for that is that I created as hashtag germline AI ray, hashtag Gemini AI RE germline. And Gemini AI gave another incredible reply. Check this out. And as World University and School seeks to develop a realistic virtual Earth further for germline possible editing, and also perhaps making it safer and meeting ethical standards as World University and School develops a realistic virtual Earth for everything. A set of tweets and LinkedIn's retweets He Jiankui, the Chinese geneticist who edited the germline on 3 babies who are now probably living healthy lives somewhere in the world some years ago. The Stanford law professor and biomedical ethics professor Hank Greeley wrote a book about this, CRISPR people, in 2022. And He Jiankui tweeted a post. Many people are again interested in my work. Check it out. Check out the LinkedIn Twitter post as well. Also, in these regards, I added to the Aging Reversal Genetics and Genetics Wiki subject page an interview of Hank Greeley, the Stanford Law and by courtesy biomedical ethics professor, an interview with Hank Greeley by Stuart McNish, journalist in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, who publishes a series, Conversations That Matter. The title of this half-hour interview is Let's Talk About CRISPR People. And fascinating interview that gets at very many important issues regarding germline editing, explains them clearly. I added this again to the Aging Reversal Genetics and Genetics Wiki schools or wiki subjects.
So how good is the food here? Okay,
I also added a reference to Henry T. Greeley's book in 2022, CRISPR People, The Science and Ethics of Editing Humans, published by the MIT Press. Check that out as well. I think it's not yet available to matriculated World University and School students at online university libraries for World University and School, online research university libraries, which is a goal of World University and School. How to make university research libraries have books like CRISPR People available to our matriculated students in the same way that MIT and UC Berkeley and Stanford and Harvard and Oxford and Cambridge students could go into their libraries, their university research libraries in their cities and their places, and potentially check out the book CRISPR People, for example, if the library had purchased it. This is something World University and School is seeking to facilitate for our matriculated students with time. Agenda item 2A, from a blog post on Wednesday, July 23rd, 2025, beginning Wyethia angustifolia, narrowleaf mule ear. in my
No, I
blog,
get it, yeah, yeah.
scott-mcleod.com.
Can you use your flex dollars
dot com.
outside of like for the outside, like if you want to pay?
scott-mcleod.blogspot.com. How likely are some of us with good healthcare coverage to live beyond 122 years of age? And as hashtag aging reversal and hashtag extreme longevity genetics drug therapies emerge, FDA approved. And how could a realistic virtual Earth help? Hashtag hashtag Gemini AI Ray aging. So Gemini AI replied to this regarding how a virtual Earth could help us live possibly beyond 122 age, beginning with a virtual Earth analogous to Google Street View but extending to cellular molecular levels with a time slider could revolutionize personalized medicine for extreme longevity. The digital twin of an individual as an avatar agent electronic health record. Check out Gemini AI's response to this question. It's fascinating. What a resource. I'll continue. While promising research from Gemini AI in these regards, reply to that question. While promising research in aging reversal and longevity gene therapies,
I was actually going to talk about that later on tour, but let me talk about that.
Is emerging. It's highly speculative whether individuals with good health care coverage today will live beyond 122 years of age, the longest documented human lifespan, FDA approved for such advanced therapies FDA approval for such advanced therapies is a lengthy process, and that their widespread accessibility and long-term effects on human lifespan are yet to be seen. And further, Gemini AI responded to how could a realistic virtual Earth and through Google Street View with time slider maps and at the cell view level and molecular view level help some of us with good healthcare coverage to live beyond 122 years of age, and as aging reversal and extreme longevity genetic drug therapies emerge, FDA approved. And Gemini AI replied, a virtual Earth analogous to Google Street View, but extending to the cellular and molecular levels with a time slider could revolutionize personalized medicine for extreme longevity. This digital twin of an individual would allow real-time monitoring of biological age, disease progression, and the effects of genetic and drug therapies. By simulating interventions at the molecular level and observing long-term cellular impacts, healthcare providers could tailor treatments to an unprecedented degree, optimizing them for each person's unique physiology to extend healthy lifespan beyond 122 years. Incredible, Gemini AI. Agenda item 2B. From blog post on Wednesday, July 23rd, 2025, beginning Checker Bloom, Sidalaceae maliflora, at Scott McCloud, scott-mccloud.blogspot.com. Further laying out how Gemini AI responds to a realistic virtual Earth for aging reversal. What is germline editing? Agenda item 3, how could germline editing affect aging reversal genetics to humans? Germline editing, which involves modifying genes in reproductive cells, sperm and egg, could potentially revolutionize aging reversal by allowing for the inheritance of genetic changes that promote longevity and healthy aging. While this offers the possibility of long-term benefits for future generations, it also raises significant ethical concerns. Here's a more detailed look from Gemini AI. Potential benefits. Inherited longevity. Germline editing could introduce genetic changes that slow down the aging process and increase lifespan, with these changes being passed down to offspring. Disease prevention. It could potentially eliminate or reduce the risk of age-related diseases like Alzheimer's, heart disease, and cancer, not just in the treated individual, but also in their descendants. Improved health span. By targeting genes that influence cellular repair and regeneration, germline editing could lead to a longer period of healthy living, free from age-related decline. Enhanced regenerative capacity. It may be possible to enhance the regenerative capacity of stem cells, allowing for better tissue repair and organ function through life. Ethical concerns, unforeseen consequences, equity and access, slippery slope argument, impact on human evolution, lack of informed consent, societal impacts. And in a related vein, an article from the NIH National Institute of Health in the Washington, D.C. area, titled Gene Therapy Strategies Targeting Aging-Related Diseases by Jingyu Yu and Tianwen Li and Jiangheng Chu, SZHU, touches on many of these issues too. Agenda item 3A, Aging Reversal Research at UC Berkeley and in a Realistic Virtual Earth at WUS for blood plasma. I searched on this recently and found an article from 2005 about at UC Berkeley on aging reversal research, where an older mouse and a younger mouse were joined as twins and passed blood between each other, and it showed rejuvenating features or developments in the older mouse. Fascinating. How could we do this in a realistic virtual Earth for blood plasma? Agenda item 4. Korea, WUAS, in the Korean language. I met Hwan Soo Lee in a cafe in Moraga, California, in the East Bay of the San Francisco Bay Area, who is a cryptography expert or a cybersecurity expert with connections to UC Berkeley, and is a Korean professor too in cybersecurity. His wife was there as well. And we talked a little bit about World University and School and how we might develop Korea World University and School in the Korean language. MIT OpenCourseWare is already in the Korean language, and it's been translated by the SNOW organization on the MIT OCW translated courses and languages page. And there are approximately 77 million Korean speakers in the world. And World University and School would like to reach out to Korean speakers in the Korean language for free online MIT OCW centric WUAS degrees from home for people in Korea and around the world in the Korean language. Agenda item 5, Stuart McNish, Conversations That Matter, Vancouver, Canada. I recently on Sunday morning, yesterday, first day morning, came into further communication and LinkedIn connection with Stuart McNish, and had also inquired regarding his interview with Hank Greeley in 2021 or 2022, and have added this interview to World University and Schools, both Aging Reversal Genetics and Genetics Wiki Schools or Wiki Subjects. I further inquired of Stuart McNish whether he was related to the American Friends Service Committee former General Secretary or Executive Director, Mary Ellen McNish, from some years ago, around the year 2000, partly. And he replied in a LinkedIn conversation that he was not directly related to Mary Ellen McNish. The AFSC received the Nobel Peace Prize in 1947 for their work in helping kids with the Kinderspeisen in war-torn Europe, after war-torn Europe, get food and materiel. And as a consequence, the American Friends Service Committee, because they were a a co-recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize in 1947 with the British Friends Council, Service Council, can nominate, I think, Nobel laureates. Fascinating to learn that Stuart McNish of Conversations That Matter has potentially a connection with Mary Ellen McNish, former General Secretary of the American Friends Service Committee. Agenda item 6. Recently on Twitter, saw that the California U.S. Senator Alex Padilla was helped the SF-based Internet Archive become a federal depository library. Fantastic. This was on Twitter, and I created a series of tweets in these regards. Would it be possible for World University and School, planned in all 200 countries, to gain further connection with US federal processes regarding making our free online MIT OCW-centric degrees accessible and available in all 200 countries, and with the US, possibly with the US State Department, for example, or in other ways with parallels to this designation that Senator Alex Padilla was responsible for regarding the SF-based Internet Archive, which is now a federal depository library. What does that mean? World University and School has long had the Internet Archive linked on our library resources page, and potentially it is a basis for our major research libraries at WUS, potentially in all 200 countries and in their main languages. Agenda item 7. What does intelligent mean in real-time intelligence systems? I asked Gemini AI, and regarding a realistic virtual Earth and regarding education as well with MIT OCW centricity at WUS. And Gemini AI suggested that intelligent refers to the ability of a system to perceive, process, reason, learn. This is something World University and School is seeking to develop with, and as we seek to code for all 7.9 billion people on the planet, each a wiki data PIN number, and potentially also, possibly with Stanford MindPy cryptocurrency to end poverty. Stay tuned. Check out the agenda and news for the WS News and Question and Answer. Further, for what Gemini AI said in response to what these questions about what intelligence in real-time intelligence IT systems means, from Monday, July 28th, 2025, beginning Jasmine. So agenda item 8. MIT OCW-centric wiki World University and School WS abolition movement is growing. A set of tweets and LinkedIn, a set of tweets in these regards. Yay, World Univ and SCH's worldwide friendly Quaker informed WUS abolition movement is growing. And regarding hashtag law WUS and hashtag law enforcement, and as hashtag WUS UNIVS in hashtag 200 countries WUS, code for all 7.9 billion people, many, most of all, on the planet, from you at World University, and to protect people and end poverty, and regarding hashtag yoga WUAS especially. And this retweets a Twitter post from this past week regarding intelligence in real-time intelligence systems. The set of tweets reads, fascinating, what does intelligent mean in hashtag real-time intelligence systems regarding IT, and created a Gemini AI hashtag in these regards, hashtag Gemini AI Ray Intelligent IT. In real-time intelligent systems, intelligent refers to ability of systems to perceive, process, reason, and learn. How could this be a help with growing a WS abolition movement in many ways, and potentially to end poverty too? And again, set of tweets from a few months ago regarding WUAS abolition. Glad to be growing a hashtag MIT OCW centric wiki world univ and SCH hashtag WS abolition movement worldwide, potentially to protect 7.9 billion people in 200 countries. Major MIT OCW centric wiki world univ S in the nation states and in their languages. But how best, e.g., regarding hashtag Nigeria WUAS, hashtag WUAS Nigeria, for example, where the MacArthur Foundation has had a long-time presence in Nigeria, and which World University and School, the MacArthur Foundation organization in Nigeria would seek to collaborate with also in the future. Agenda item 9, invitation from India, Google Educator Group's India in Ahmedabad on the west coast, somewhat in the northwest of India, for this past Saturday, digital AI tools for teachers and its uses on July 26, 2025, 5:30 a.m. Pacific time. Thank you to Vishal Varia, who is a leader in Google Educator Group's Ahmedabad and India. And nice to have met B.R. Sitaram, who is a physicist and applied mathematician with a PhD from Delhi University from the 1970s and early 80s. I reached out afterward, after connecting on LinkedIn with B.R. Sitaram, regarding India World University and School, and in the Gujarati language, where Ahmedabad is in Gujarat region of India, state of India, and where Gujarati language is one of the 22 scheduled languages in India. Greetings, B.R. Sitaram, and great to meet you in the Google Educator Group GEG Ahmedabad Digital AI Tools for Teachers and Its Uses session. Similar, earlier. How best to grow MIT OCW centric with Grow with Google WUAS, Gujarati World University and School in the Gujarati language at India World University and School, and planned in each of all 22 scheduled languages, and for free WUAS degrees. And potentially grow the Gujarati language AI with machine learning databases and code sources in, for example, in Gemini AI and ChatGPT, which we were discussing this past Saturday morning in this GEG Ahmedabad session, and especially for STEM subjects in physics and applied mathematics, per B.R. Sitaram's comments in the session. Looking forward to potentially carrying on this conversation. I shared with B.R. Sitaram and Vishal Varia the beginnings of Bangladesh WUAS World University and School in the Bangla language, in Bengali language, which is in WUS in Google Sites. And potentially this can be a starting place further for Gujarati World University and School, since the Bangla language is also one of 22 scheduled languages in India, and it's also the official or main language in the country of Bangladesh, where there are about 173 million Bangla speakers and 265 million Bangla speakers around the world. I'm not sure how many Gujarati speakers there are in the world, but I will find that out after today's WS News and Question and Answer. So agenda item 10 I have inquired whether at World University and School, Mary Murren might become a trusted board member at World University and School. She's based in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania now, and she was or is, we were in Pittsburgh in the same years, living 3 blocks together in the second half of the 1970s in our high school years. And potentially looking forward to being in communication further with Mary Murren regarding her possibly exploring becoming a trusted board member at World University and School, WUAS. Further, agenda item 11, from the Bhagavad Gita with some implications regarding Yoga 2. I asked a question of Gemini AI, what implications for today's knowledge generation in a scientific world with information technology are there in the Bhagavad Gita, and regarding its battle scenes, and regarding the Bhagavad Gita's discussion of yoga too? And incredibly, Gemini AI replied that there are implications regarding discernment in the age of information overload, regarding self-awareness in technological advancement, regarding an ethical framework for AI and data, and regarding a holistic understanding. Check out the Gemini AI reply in a blog post in scott-mccloud.blogspot.com from yesterday, July 27th, 2025, beginning Lotus Karmala Padma. So switching to the WUAS Corporation wing, the second of 2 WUAS wings, a for-profit general stock company, legal entity in the state of California. The academic press at WUS, planned in 7,159 known living languages with machine learning, recently attended a JP Morgan Chase Bank TAP, the Acceleration Project session for marketing strategies for small business growth. And it opened up some interesting possibilities regarding even a flagship WUS bookstore, robotics store with a WS Press publishing house in 7,000 languages on Bancroft Way in Berkeley, near the UC Berkeley campus. And for hashtag WUS outreach to Cal graduates, UC Berkeley graduates, for free MIT OCW centric World University and School WUS degrees, PhD, law, MD, and master's degrees, potentially. More about this in the Oak Bay Woodlands flagship WUS blog post in World University and School.blogspot.com, and similarly in scott-mccloud.blogspot.com. Could we build out our flagship retail store first with academic publishing house in 7,000 languages, first virtually in Google Street View with Time Slider, such that people could go into this potential WUS educational services store for books, computers, robotics, through Google Street View with Time Slider, and potentially get books. Pick books off the shelf, for example, the virtual shelves, and with tangible bits, potentially open them online and physically feel them. Tangible Bits is a project from Hiroshi Ishii out of the MIT Media Lab, and World University and School seeking to explore growing our WUS educational services store to potentially recreate retailing online, beginning with potentially building out a store in Google Street View with Time Slider, Google Maps, or similar. In what ways could this allow for facilitating new sort of planning and even leasing a physical space and in Google Street View with Time Slider that then would translate to a physical open retail space on Bancroft Way, in Berkeley, across from the UC Berkeley campus, and for reach out to Cal graduates for World University and School online degrees. So agenda item B, in a related way, on the WUS academic press side, the WUS educational services side, the WUS corporation side. In what ways could MIT OCW centric wiki World University and School WUAS even lease and develop and start a flagship bookstore, computer store, robotics store, virtually on Bancroft Way in Berkeley, and in a hashtag WUS Walmart collaboration with their knowledge and experience with starting new stores and potentially their access to coding. So Walmart's infrastructure and software too, but focused in a brand new way with laying out a flagship WUS educational services store on Bancroft Way, and for our publishing house too. So agenda item C, Stanford MindPi cryptocurrency and retailing on Bancroft Way in Berkeley, and for WUS outreach to Cal graduates in Moraga Cafe yesterday on Sunday, July 27th, 2025. And regarding MIT OCW centric wiki World University and School WUS, I was glad to meet and talk with Larry Tesler, who is a Cal alumnus from, I think, the 1960s, and who has worked in retail for much of his life. He also has a great interest in in cryptocurrency, and we had an interesting discussion both about retail and possibly retail on Bancroft Way in Berkeley, and also cryptocurrencies, where Stanford MindPi cryptocurrency is a related opportunity to come into conversation with other cryptocurrencies. Agenda item D. So the Oxford University Press is potentially a model for the academic press at WUS, where the Oxford University Press publishes in 70 languages and 190 countries out of about 200 countries. And the academic press at WUS is planned in 200 countries and in their main languages, and in all 7,159 known living languages with machine translation and human translation. World University and School potentially would like to grow our academic press and develop a list of titles in these regards. Ray Oxford University Press. More about this in the Indian Hair blog post in scott-mccloud.blogspot.com from July of 2025. So that's the WUS News and Question and Answer, the WUS Weekly Business Meeting. Also, lastly, was very glad to hear from Jingming in China today. She emailed from China. I had met her in Monterey, California, either this past December 2024 or January 2025. And she's a professor with affiliation with about 5 universities in China. And she said that she couldn't, while she could email me, she couldn't access some of the World University and School links at World University and School, from World University and School in China, where she is now. And I replied to both she and May Getchlick, who spearheaded out of Stanford Law School the Stanford China Guiding Cases Project, that successfully translated the Supreme Court in China's initial cases into English and back into Chinese, thereby, I think, putting on sound footing the Chinese Supreme Court and developing a legal process in China. Jingming wrote, hi, Scott. What a pity. I can't open the link in China. Best, Jingming, professor in the Department of Tourism Management, Mantai Institute, Renhui City, Guizhou province in China. And I wrote back regarding could we explore further potentially developing World University in School in Chinese for free to students WS degrees, building on the MIT name and potentially with reaching out to even the Beijing Supreme Court through possibly May Getchlick's connections. So hi, Jingming and May Getchlick. Nice to have met you in Monterey some months ago. You're getting MIT OCW centric Wiki World University and Schools WUS's email and replying is a possible first step to MIT OCW centric Wiki World University and School navigating Chinese censorship. And perhaps the MIT name at WUAS can help in the future in offering free WUS degrees to Chinese students in the homes in the quote, evolving landscape of internet censorship in China. WUS will seek to further take a kind of Taoist approach to this. I wonder too if May Getchlick could help. She spearheaded the Stanford Law China Guiding Cases project and is probably in communication with the Chinese Supreme Court in Beijing, for example. Thanks, Scott McLeod, and shared with her the MIT OpenCourseWare in traditional Chinese link. I also searched in Google AI on how best to get the MIT OCW-centric Wiki World University and Schools WS's links to open in China in the Chinese language with the openocw.aprende.org courses, translated courses, traditional Chinese link for free to students online, bachelor, PhD, law, MD, IB high school, similar, AAAS, and master's WS degrees in homes in China. And Google AI gave a very helpful response. I'll post this also to the WUAS blog post for today, as well as the recording from today's WUAS News and Question and Answer on July 28th, 2025. So that's the WS News and Question and Answer for today. And I'll also post this to the recording of today's WS News and Question and Answer to our two main Twitter X feeds, twitter.com/WORLDUNIVANDSCH and twitter.com/WUAS Press. Until next Monday, first Monday in August, signing off from World University and School. If you have questions or know of prospective students interested in online free degrees from their home in any of 200 countries, first in English, let me at President at World University and School know. Until next week, worlduniversityandschool.org is our current main website. See you soon, and bye for now.